Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Mara. It's been a little while since I've done one of these talking videos. I've done obviously a lot of dance reaction videos, workout videos, tutorials, but not so much a talking one in a little while. So hello, hi. Today I'm going to be going through a couple of tips to help especially beginners to teach themselves how to dance or to get better quicker when it comes to dancing. And to be honest, it's really transferable across other skills as well. So my first tip I would say is to pick one dance style and stick to it and learn it well. Quite often you go in, you want to do all these different styles and it just becomes a little bit overwhelming for your brain and for your body to keep up with what's what. So just for now, for the start, just pick one and focus on it. My second tip, I would also say that you want to follow and surround yourself with that dance style. So whatever platforms you're on, if you're on YouTube, on Instagram, Twitter, maybe not so much Twitter, but Facebook, follow the people who are professionals in that dance style. Or not necessarily just professionals, but people who create content on that dance style, and surround yourself with that content. So even if you're just randomly scrolling, you're exposing yourself to that style over time. And then thinking more about YouTube and wanting to actually the physical act of dancing is to find some dance schools on YouTube who post videos, particularly mini courses for beginners, where you can just get yourself started with learning. Whenever you're going to do something like this though, because there's not an actual instructor there to help you out, please make sure that you're warming up properly and that you are taking care of your body to prevent injury. If you sort of want to take that a step further, I know this video is about teaching yourself how to dance, but a part of that is also about getting a teacher involved as well. So go to group classes because those tend to be cheaper, or if you've got the money to spare, then you can hire a private teacher as well and go for a private class. But the important thing is having someone there to guide you along your journey, learning how to dance. Now, if you do opt for the group class or the private class option, you obviously have that time scheduled in, and that's going to help you to go every week. But if you don't go for that option, you decide to self-learn, make sure that you schedule in time every single week, at least once a week, but in an ideal world, 2 to 3 times a week, of at least an hour, 45 minutes in the diary to make sure that you do it. And that time is blocked. Don't do it as a last priority. It happens so often where you have people who are like, I want to learn how to do this, I really want to do this, or I want to try this out, or I want to get into this, I want to have this hobby. And then it just never happens because the life catches up to you. You prioritize work, you prioritize going out, sleeping, naps. And then you never end up doing the hobby or thing that you wanted to learn. So make sure you schedule that time in to prevent yourself from forgetting to do it or just not doing it. My sixth tip, it's really hard to say, sixth tip, is to do with listening to the music. So the genre that you have picked, the style of dance you have picked, listen to that genre of music. So if I'm wanted to learn bachata, I listen to bachata music. If I'm learning the waltz, I listen to waltz music. If I'm, whatever it is that you are learning, listen to that music a lot. Not just in class, outside. Especially when you start doing harder stuff, harder choreography, more intermediate level movements, and you're starting to freestyle as well. You want to be able to really hit those musical notes, hit that musicality in the right place, and you're only going to do that if you know the music and you know where the drops come in and the instruments that are being played to be able to play with it later on. So start now, listen to the music. If you don't like the music of the dance style, pick a different dance. Number 7, use a mirror. I feel like I've said this at least 2 times on this channel already. So often, especially when you start out, you think your body is doing something and it really just isn't doing that. It's a lack of body awareness and knowing what your body can do. As you get over time, as you get better, you might not need a mirror as much, but I still would recommend, even professionals, and they do, to use a mirror so that you can actually see how your body looks. For 2 reasons. Number 1, as I said, not everyone has the same body awareness when you first start out, so you want to be able to make sure that you are doing the moves correctly. And number 2, not all moves done exactly as the teacher has asked you to do it looks good on all body types and shapes, okay? And even personalities, to be honest. So what you want to do is try that out on yourself and then see what adjustments you can make for your own body. Number 8, we are repetition, 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 repetition. There's that 10,000 hour rule. I don't really know how long it takes to develop a skill to a professional level or to a high level, but you must do repetition. So in addition to putting that weekly schedule in, within that time, within that hour, repeat the moves over and over again. You are never too good to go over the basics and the fundamentals. You are never good enough to be able to just skip past that and think you've got it all, okay? Repeat everything multiple times, even when you think you've got it. And 9, which kind of comes into the whole repetition thing as well, is to just be patient and kind to yourself. You're not going to learn how to dance overnight. Like, you're not just going to go to the studio and suddenly become a good dancer. And you know what? Maybe you do have a natural knack for it, but to get to a high level is not going to happen overnight. So be patient with yourself, be kind with yourself, and understand that it's a process. It takes time. Sometimes there'll be highs, sometimes there'll be lows. Most of the time it's a bit in between, but it will take time. Number 10, we're doing yoga. Everyone needs to do yoga. I'm not like a yoga fanatic. Like, I used to hate yoga. Like, it was so slow and boring. I do sort of like faster forms of yoga, but honestly, if I can spare 10 minutes a day to do a bit of yoga, do it. Because for so many reasons it's good. For starters, some moves require flexibility, right? Some of the dancing moves, they do require a bit more flexibility. You're less likely to have injury if you're stretching before, after, and you have good flexibility. And doing yoga allows you to get better self-awareness of your body and the muscles and how your body can move. The awareness gets better with yoga. So either decide to do like a 1 hour weekly session or 2 weekly session, and you can do that YouTube or with a teacher, or just on YouTube every day. You can be like 10-minute yoga, maybe pick a particular part of your body that's feeling a bit stiff, 10-minute yoga back, 10-minute yoga legs, 10-minute yoga hips, and see what comes up, and then use that. And finally, tip number 11, if we go back to our first point, which I said, stick to one dance style until you've got it. Once you've got it, once you feel comfortable in it, and by that I mean the music comes on and your body is moving without having to think about the steps and the dance moves. Yeah, you're comfortable with the dance style, learn something else. Because it gets to a point where your learning growth is like this, boom, 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 and then as with everything, it plateaus a little bit. Doesn't mean you can't grow, it just you're not growing as fast as you did. Now, if you want to keep that speed of neural connections, the speed of learning, the speed of awareness of your body, pick another dance style in the same genre. Yeah, so if you did salsa, for example, you could do bachata, or if you did hip hop, you could do like whacking, right? So pick something in a similar kind of genre where you would find the two in the same kind of dance scene and learn the next style to then boost your progress even more. That is it. Those are my 11 tips for today. Before you go, if you like this video, please like this video. It is so helpful as well, especially if you also subscribe. That would be really helpful. And until next time, there's a video right here for you that you can hopefully enjoy. Thank you.